film that some of them aren't very good, but some are exceptional, and we're
oh, isn't that nice?
Apparently trying to record them on the videotape so that we can preserve them more permanently. Which we have a ding-ding that's recording, and I don't know what he's trying to do, but we're having a little technical problems here right now.
No.
Oh, there's the picture. There's the laundry, the diapers. The, yeah, there he is. This was taken at Christmas time, 1950. Dell is about 18 months old. Bill is 6 weeks.
Talk into it. Say something.
So, okay,
say something.
I'm trying to think of something to say. I'm just about... They were just such sweet babies. And Father was taking the film, and here he is, and I have finally taken the film. See, the pictures are much clearer with me behind the camera. Oh, brother.
Right, look at that. The greens are purple, the purples are green. Wow. Boy, look at that photography.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a real good picture. Yeah. Dell is trying to tell us something, but I don't know what it was.
Right. He can't form his fingers right.
Giving us the finger is what he's doing. Bill just crapped his pants.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Now they're both crying. Oh, Dad's got his hands full. I bet he pinched him. That's what he did. He pinched him.
A chip off the big shit. Oh, I mean chip.
Oh, Mom, come and get him.
Oh, this is Bill in the pen. I don't know what I would have done without that pen. Of course, Dell had to get into the act. Yeah. Bill must have been about 9 months old. Well, we did lounge around a lot on that lounge, didn't we, Dad?
Sure did. It was well worth.
I was just trying to think whatever happened to it. I don't recall. Oh my, isn't he a sweet baby? Oh, look at these two Barney Oldfields. We were just putting in the wall, and then we're taking out this fence, this lattice work. What did we do? You know, we did so many things out there, I've kind of forgotten.
Raised a few kids.
Yeah, we sure did raise a few kids, and they were darn good drivers. Look at it, Bill. My gosh, you sure could drive. You got that.
Down 4 begonias.
Raised a few eyebrows too.
Yeah. And you could wander over the acreage.
He's rolling over a slug now.
I don't know what he was doing there.
I'm looking at the ball down there. I want that ball.
Oh, is that what it is?
Sure.
Oh, there is a ball down there.
I want that ball.
Give it to him, Dal, right between the eyes.
Quit mutilating the flowers, you ding-dings. We had this room must have, we see here, is new. Oh, here's Bill's first birthday. Oh, my word. Is that me? Is that my hand? I can't
I
tell.
recognize the dirty elbow.
Oh boy, you didn't see the dirty elbow there. I think that was Mom's hand. Grammy.
Oh, that's good, Bill. He was a cute baby.
Oh, he was such a sweet baby.
right.
Oh!
Yeah, all right.
Dumb one, too.
How could we let him do that? But he didn't cry.
Such nerves of steel.
That's you, Mother.
Okay, boy, that cake was like a darn, yeah, I guess it was. My Lord, look at that big chunk of cake.
Yeah, that must have been me cutting that. You wouldn't have been so stupid. I recognize my dirty hand.
That was not your hand, that was Grammy's hand. And now watch this with that spoon. I can't understand giving him a spoon. He was only a year old.
That was all that super intelligence.
Oh, the super intelligent. Watch this.
You'd be able to find the damn plate, yeah.
He's got a spoon. He can't even find the.
He said, oh boy, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Well, he's on his feet.
You put shoes on him and he stood still for 3 days.
He had shoes on. Oh, there he goes.
You know, you can say what you like about that old film, though. It's still,
Yes, it's still that film. The original is still darn good, really. He picked something up on the floor. God.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Yummy.
My, those little arms hanging out there, really.
in those grubby fingers.
Yeah. He's still got something in his mouth. Yuck. My, there's Mother with her bobby socks.
Bundle of charm.
Oh,
that's what she wore.
there he goes. He's going to go to Dad. Oh, there, that's better, Bill. Uh-huh.
Make your move, Bill.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that skirt, huh?
Yes, and I remember I made that dress, and I always liked it. It was a two-piece dress with a skirt and a top. And oh, now this is at Delinquent Lake, and this is sometime after you guys were little, because see, there is Sue and Stephen and Joanne, and they had the camper, and we had gone over on a vacation, gone through Paulina, I believe. Didn't we go to Paulina to... And we couldn't go swimming because the water in the lake was infested. Now that is definitely Joanne in that, going down towards that water. Sue thought it might be her, but I'm positive that that is Joanne. And she must have been 3 or 4 there. And I don't remember, we didn't have Mary with us. But I never left Mary home.
So in other words, you answered your own question. That's Sue.
That is Joanne.
I don't think so. When was the lake infested? I thought that...
No, you could go fishing, Carl, but there was leeches in it, and we couldn't go swimming. Don't you remember?
Some. That's beginning to screw up. That's when you...
Yeah, this is where the old projector had stripped the cogs on the film, and that was Stephen going down to the water. And oh, this is at Odell Lake, and there is, if this is Joanne, that couldn't possibly have been her on that other picture. This is Mike. The water was warm. This is Stephen on a stump. The water was warm, but the wind was just bitter cold. And it wasn't really very deep.
This is a wart on a log.
Right.
There's Joanne and Stephen. Oh, and there's Stephen. My, isn't that typical of him? And here is that Bob Kreitzer with Stephen?
Yeah, when we were hunting.
Hunting over at Delinquent Lake, and another later in the year. And the bear got the deer, and that's all that was left.
While we slept peacefully.
Slept.
She.
Peacefully cowering in the
Here
camper.
is Mary.
We were playing
Oh,
cards.
Mary is walking. Look at this. Isn't that sweet? And she's not...
She's not 15.
I'll bet she's only about 10 months old there, Carl.
Yeah.
Because she and Sue started walking
What was
earlier
her birthday?
in December.
Okay. There's, you see that she was 11 months old. That's a
Right.
damn pumpkin.
Jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, okay.
11 months old.
Yeah, okay. Santa Claus again, and here's, oh my. Look at all the presents, and there's Grammy. That's Grammy's hand that time.
All I gotta say, Bill, you did a good job putting this stuff together. A little mixed up, but it's very good.
Is that a compliment or?
That's a compliment. That's a compliment. Left-handed, but it's a compliment. It had taken you a year to segregate, you know.
Oh, I've been a real good boy, Santa.
You betcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been real good.
I
Yeah.
haven't done many of those things that they said. Many of them. How do you like those haircuts?
Yeah, they're pretty good. Now we have a little interlude here. I think there was a little problem in the film. I don't know exactly what, but just be patient, and we'll have real lively strip here in a matter of moments. No. There it comes now.
This is called dead air.
Yeah.
No, they got a punching bag. Why, you know, that bunch of little Turks were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
About this time, they were too sweet to be nasty, but in about 3 or 4 years, they were a bunch of. They were out smoking and setting fire to the brush and running into the bees and spraying them with gasoline.
Shooting the neighbors. Yeah.
Yes, here's Bob. Look at the gifts. Dell in his cowboy outfit. Stephen with a top. And there is Uncle Bill's old truck, or Jack's truck, I don't know which, and Dell and Bill. This must have been about 1951 or 52. And Uncle Bill's legs, it looks like he's up in the truck.
Well, they had Steve Armstrong. Okay.
Oh, this is a repeat of the beautiful begonias and where you guys were sitting in the movie film.
Well, that sure ain't really good.
No, that isn't. It's not good at all.
Okay, kick her on.
Oh, here's the fish. Yeah.
The fish is on the right.
I wasn't standing straight. Oh, there's Bill.
Who?
I'm sure that's Bill.
Chopping the building down.
They're picking at the chickens. Oh, and this goes back, this is Dell's first Easter. All gussied up. No, it wasn't his first Easter. He was, he's walking here, so he's over a year.
Okay.
Oh, and this is down at, out of Ukiah. Those hills were beautiful. Actually, and this is out in front, Uncle Joe and Annie Alma, Uncle Bill, Annie Alma, and Jack, and Dad
Bernie.
holding the dog, and Bernie holding the animal. That must have been about 19. I don't know, 1950. Oh, look at the tent in Hall's backyard. You remember that, Carl?
Try the focus. See what the focus does.
Not much, huh?
Not much.
Look, we don't even have the windows in the front of the house there.
Yeah. Okay, Bill.
There's Dell with his fire engine and a little bitty tree.
Where else?
And the lattice work on top of the fence isn't even done, on top of the new wall isn't even done yet. And there's some more of that, of Cookie and her puppies. See the tent in the back of Hall's house? Remember how long those kids slept in that tent?
The other one is different again, just like your,
Yeah.
that's a cross,
A little bit more color and it's
light or something.
Or the light is hitting a different,
the pooches.
yeah. Oh, and there's Joe with Bingo.
Yeah. Don't get him.
More of Dell's at Easter, and this was out at Grammy's house.
Yeah, that's the old Dodge.
Yeah,
Jack and
Bee and Bernie and Bill, Jack and Alma and Joe.
okay,
Old Dodge.
yeah.
Oh boy, look at the snow, and that's Dell and Bob.
You are got the tape on, huh?
Yeah, tape's running.
Oh, and here's Dad with Bill and Dell and Bob. And that must have been out in the backyard. Out at Lakeside. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm sure it is. That's before we put the extra room on. No, it isn't either. I don't know. Well, there somebody going through the chicken hole. Oh, isn't that sweet? Oh, that's Dell.
That's Mike.
There's some more snow. That's Brad Munson in front of the snowman. Bobby Munson to the left with Dell, and Bill to the right of the snowman.
Looks like they had to pick the snow up for 40 acres.
Yeah, it sure does. And they look cold. Oh, and that's Stephen. No, that isn't either. Yes, that is. That's Stephen. That's before we built the room on the end of the house. Old Dodge, Alma and Joe, Jack by the... Oh my, this is
Yeah.
Bob and Carl, and they're planting or doing something. Goofing around, I think. Oh, and there's Dad with Dixie. And Cookie in the back. Oh, somebody's... Oh, yeah, this is bedtime.
Look at him sucking on that cigarette.
Yeah, Bob and Dell and Dad and Bill.
We're gonna I'm putting some of these together. Look at that. Isn't that nice?
You know, you got to put them all in the right direction.
Yes, you're damn right. I know that.
Do you still have those
Bunk beds?
well, the bedspreads?
I've got one up at the land, I think.
You know, we come awful close to getting you one for...
Yeah, I need one.
Well, I was going to get you a comforter for Christmas, Bill, and your bed is a queen size, isn't it?
King size.
King size. Well, it's a good thing I didn't, because I was going to get a queen
But
size.
a queen size would work good.
More of Dell. Now this is Bill, I think, in the bassinet, or on the, yeah.
If you can read lips.
Yep, there's Dell peeking over at Bill.
I'm not sure just which.
Oh, and that's you, Bill. Look at the daffodils. Oh, and that's out at the beach. Now, I wonder where that is. I don't know where that is.
That's out at the beach.
Yeah, but it looks like it might be down at Whiskey Run.
Yeah, that looks like this one.
Sand dunes.
This is where the camel went over the mountain.
Yeah, that's our tracks going. I think we've been out and we're coming back. You know, actually, it picks up the color really better in that on the video than it is in the actual picture.
Some pictures are better than others.
Uh-huh. Oh, this is a great hunt. 1949. Yeah, that was in October, I think, or September of 1949, up by Monmouth and out of Corvallis. Oh boy, he's opening a can of beer there.
No, he's taking a leak.
That was when we were hiking out to the ocean.
Yeah, that's out on the sand.
Uh-huh, yeah. My, wasn't he slim and trim there? Such a physique. Oh boy, here's some more fish.
What a fish.
Yeah.
The salmon looks pretty good too.
Oh, and here's Bill in the boat, and Joe and Jack, they were goofing around. I always liked that picture.
Looks to me like these are all mixed up.
More of Dad, and Bill, and Bob.
Three Stooges with the head stooge.
Yeah.
These are, I don't know. Well, we're going to have to wait and see.
Well, there's a good picture of Bill and Bee's house. Kids all playing in the snow. There's Bernie in there on on South 9th.
South 9th, yeah. Yeah.
Now you can go.
This is at Ship Ashore in Northern California. I believe it's on the Smith River.
On the Smith River, yeah.
Smith River, California.
Okay. Same thing.
Same thing, ditto, Smith River. Oh, and these were going someplace by the beach. Is that you, Bill?
No, Mike.
Mike and Joanne and Mary.
Yeah.
More of Mike and Joanne and Mary. That looks like we were south by Gold Beach or Brookings. I'm not sure because that coastline is southern Oregon.
Okay.
This is a seagull on a rock.
And this is a seagull on a rock.
See girl.
Yeah, sea girl.
Okay.
Oh, there is Jack.
That's
Isn't
good.
that good? Oh, that sure is. And that's out in our backyard here in Coos Bay. Look at that old teeter-totter, Carl. I had completely forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Metal
I
teeter-totter.
have, and I will that to Tex, and he got mad after I give it to him. He said I was ready to go out to the dump. And the slides, remember?
Yeah, did you give Tex a slide too?
Yeah. Then he took them out to the dump. Okay.
Oh my, that's a pathetic child.
That's a sandbox. I forgot about that.
Yes, that sure is a sandbox. Mary and Joanne with Dixie, with, oh, what's her name? Maggie.
Very good.
Same.
Yep. Oh, we're having quite a visit. The smoke's coming out of the pit there, the barbecue, so we must have been, gee, we have the good chairs out there, so it must have been quite a gathering. Oh, there's Ed Hoffman. There's Camper there in the back. Yeah, more, well, you've got garlic growing good that year, Dad. See the garlic in the garden?
That's onions.
Is it onions? Okay, Bill. Now, oh, this is out at the North Fork.
Yeah.
And that is that rose that was strung along there.
Yeah.
More of the North Fork and those, look at how little those willow trees are. Remember how hot it used to get in under that darn overhang, that?
Yeah.
Oh, now here is Mary and Joanne and what was those kids' names from,
Falls.
yeah, Larry and Naomi's children, but I can't remember the kids' names.
No. Dang it.
There's Cal. Look at that. Isn't that good? Ornery old bat. Is that you, Bill, sitting in the chair?
No,
Who is that?
That's Naomi.
Naomi. Oh, there is Larry back there with the
I was
white.
wondering who, that's Larry?
Larry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, there we are out at the crab spot. Mary and Joanne. More crabbing with a couple of little crabs. And there's a big crab. I can't remember it being cold out there that day, but it must have been because I'm shivering. Oh, there's Joanne and Mary. Me and Mike. Yeah. There they are out after the crab pots. Oh, and that's on the bar, it looks like. Oh, gee, that's a good one of the boat basin. But that isn't very good picking it up over here. It's better on the... Oh, there we are out at the crab spot again. A ship coming in or going out on the bay. That looks like Dell there coming in, doesn't it? By the log. Wading in. Or was that Bob Kreitzer?
Oh, Christ.
And there's George Ross.
Now, Bill's there too. I guess, Bill. Maybe it was. Who's that with the number on his shirt?
Oh, that's Dennis.
Oh,
Oh, boy, there they are. Yeah, they were up at, what was the name of that lake?
Wally.
Squaw Lake above Powers.
Right.
That's when you guys were, we just got the CB, and you were up there on top of the mountain, and you called in because you had the Jeep. And remember, Bill, or do you? Calling, and I couldn't believe it. Well, it was just as if he was in the next room, and here they were way out there, and I couldn't believe them coming in like that.
That's right, we did.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hell, we just like talking right like
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Why,
switch it.
at the land, those trees, and that, I believe, was the last ones that they cut down, that they logged. And maybe they didn't log them all out either. Well, that's around the fire pit, Sue and Dell and Stephen. And it looks like we might have just had breakfast because
Maybe they never had it, or
there were,
well,
yeah.
it's pretty condensed, so maybe they already had it.
There's John Jett doing the Watusi. A big bet was on. Oh, he was going to get under that. And we were, what were we singing? I can't remember. Somebody was singing something. I think we were all holding our stomachs laughing so hard. Dell is, at least.
Right.
Okay. Oh, we're having more food.
No, I'm gonna put these over here, Bill, because that's hot.
Jeanette, Cass in the front there, and Jeanette, and then Stephen and Dell in the background. Uh-oh, he put his foot down. He lost his bet.
Put his foot down, he got his
Hand down, yeah, got his hand. He couldn't make it. Oh boy, more chow.
You can tell the chow hounds, too.
Yeah. That must have been, did you say this was the 4th of July, Bill?
July, yeah.
1976.
Right.
There's Bob Kreitzer and Dennis, oh no, that's Mark standing up. And Dennis, is that Dennis back?
Mike, Dennis, and John, I guess.
The gathering of the clan. And that's the rocks in the river. More automobiles and
Yeah.
yep, there's the flag. Dad playing horseshoes. More of the river. Was that the year that we had so little water in the?
Yeah, it looks like.
It seems to me as if that was when the water was so low. Well, there's our pump house. Maggie. Bob and Dad playing horseshoes.
Oh, that's out at,
Is this at Deer Park? No, I don't think so.
that's,
Could it be San Diego?
I think it is.
This,
I think it is San Diego.
I don't know.
Around.
I think it's Deer Park.
It's gotta be San Diego.
Now, this is,
This is up in coming home, and this is Fort Churchill in Nevada. This is the place I was telling you about, Bill.
We've seen these, haven't we?
And it's been a long time ago, but see, this is when we picked the girls up in Ontario. And then we had problems with the motorhome. After we left Tonopah, remember, we came into Reno, but we stopped at this place between Tonopah and Reno.
Okay. Look at that, Bill. We're building that. We're gonna make a lean-to.
Yeah, there were no old bottles laying around there, that's for sure. They didn't even have any old bottles in their museum that they had there. Oh, and this is up by Mount Lassen. Remember where we parked that night, Carl, because we couldn't find a place to...
No campground.
no place to camp at all. So we just pulled in the side of, on a road that was snowed
Oh,
in.
we're up above there.
Yeah, that's the motorhome right up there above the end of the road.
I said, where could we camp tonight? He said, wherever you like. Take a spot. I said, down this road? He said, hell, ain't nobody uses it. Go on, it's closed for the winter. Go on.
Now that,
Must be the same place.
yeah, look at how that picks up green in the videotape on the TV. Oh, and that was that old house, an old stagecoach stop, and that was on that road that we were.
Oh, yeah. Where the hell was it?
I was trying to think. It was after we left Tonopah, before we got to Reno, but don't ask me where.
Yeah. We asked if it was for rent, and they said no.
What in the world is that?
I can't.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's that bear
there.
that went down.
Yeah, this is Deer Park, Carl.
That is, yeah. Hey, look at that turkey up there. Turnerville.
That's the woodpecker on the darned antenna.
That son of a bitch had something to do with my antenna up there. He'd peck on that thing at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Daylight, he'd start pecking, and he'd
I
peck.
turned the hose on him. I did everything to discourage him, but he'd hammer on that damn box. Tell him about it, dear.
Yes, you told him because it was coming over loud and clear. We should have used the. Oh, you must have used your
Telescope.
Yeah. Oh, now this is. Where? Oh, this is out on the desert, out of Tonopah. And we stopped, and that's where we found all those Indian tears, all those little black rocks that looked like Indian tears, or like.
Well, they were black onyx.
Or obsidian or something that was worn like. And there it's where we went into the rain too. Oh, and this is out of Lassen where we parked the camper for the night. Oh, there's Rose. Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah. She looks good there.
Okay, turkey.
Yeah, there's some more. Oh, there's Tammy. That darn dog. One head. That's more of Fort Churchill. And that was a storm. Oh, that was beautiful. It just come thundering out over the desert. And remember how it poured there just for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
When we were in the motorhome. And that's the birch at Lassen. Yes, I wish I could remember where that old house is, but I can't.
It was right down the thing from that Churchill thing, place.
It was, huh?
It wasn't very far. 2 miles.
Rose and Ed and Carl.
You get Tammy behind the one.
And that more bear at Deer Park.
Well, those are mixed up, aren't they? Okay.
Mary and Joanne.
With a goat.
And that is at Deer Park. Yeah, that was a little goat. Look at that pretty little chicken back there.
One of those silkies. Huh. Do it.
Oh, this is up the coast. Yeah, this was at the little cottage right there where we spent our anniversary in Lincoln City.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh. This is that one that was close to the coho. Remember, I can't remember the sandpiper. More of the anniversary. Yes, this goes way back. Yes, now this is at, wait a minute, Bill, don't change it yet. This is at, that Pruitt's, out of, I think it is, Carl. This is where those big steps came up, and this was at that, there at Wycliffe.
That ain't White Cliff. That's where that little, I think the little cabin was where we, that picket fence out there.
That is not by that cabin there where we had that little, oh boy, here's old Muscle Man.
Muscle bound.
Yeah.
Years.
Ooh, and it was cold that year. Remember how cold it was?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that Father fell off of the chair. That was at Wycliffe.
That one.
That really was it. I'm telling you, he was just bombed out of his gourd.
Oh,
Oh, he was mad. Now, see, there are those steps, and that was at Wycliffe.
I can't argue.
Oh, and there was the agate patch, the agate beds.
Look at that little houses were hanging over.
Yeah. This is where Spanish Head is built right now. Remember, there was nothing there, but a just nice little cove. Father feeding the seagulls.
How's it coming over the other one, Bill?
Good.
Oh boy, that is relaxation. Oh my, that was nice. I feel like I should lay down and have a nap right now. Just looking at myself there. Yes, we're on our way to, I think,
Got a hat on?
yeah, he sure does. I think that was when we were on our way down south that time, Carl. This is at Ship Ashore.
Oh, it's Smith River.
Yeah, Smith River, uh-huh. Where we had the, yeah, I'm sure. Oh my, isn't that coastline gorgeous. Oh, Cass is crying. She lost her money. Oh my, what's this yokel doing now? Carrying groceries or patting the baby, or what were you doing, Father?
He was a deaf mute.
Back up the coast, this was at Wycliffe. This is more,
The old ones.
well, these are fairly old.
1951 plus, I guess that covers it.
1951 plus, yeah. Yeah,
What do
this,
you do? Stop it every time on your,
Now,
yeah,
I
this,
just let it go.
do you let it go?
Sure.
this is out at Lincoln City, looking for agates. Oh my, and look at all the food, my word. Oh, craps, a cola.
Let's run that one by real quick.
Oh yes, I've got the deck, the cards.
So, sure glad he got rid of that damn crew cut. What a dumb shit.
Oh, this is in front of
Finisterre.
Finisterre, yeah.
That's when we first started going.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I thought that's where Lois was gonna.
Oh, uh-huh.
Those are still there.
Yeah.
Look at the frost.
Yes, it was
Boy, it
cold.
cold. We used to have a lot of fun there.
Oh boy, Father must have a good hand. He's got a mean gleam in his eye.
Yeah, but look who's got all the money.
Who's got the money? I can't see.
Kreitzer. Now this is Wycliffe again. Yep, that was nice there. Staggering out of the bathroom again.
Oops, caught me red-handed.
In front of Finisterre again. Oh, this is Arizona. This is that well, Carl. They're out of Montezuma's castle. Yes. I'm sure glad I picked that slide
How
up.
did you get, oh, they took it from the upper
And yes, and this was a slide that I picked up. You can see the parking lot over there in the upper left-hand corner.
How do you get down to the water?
Well, there was a trail.
Quite a trail
Uh-huh.
too. Now they used this, and this was never ending. It was like
Bottomless?
well, no, it kept filling in.
There was water coming into it all the time.
They canaled that all over that whole damn area. Canals, the Indians made. Didn't that? Very interesting how they. There was outlet from this.
They let it out.
Well, they had either gouged a hole through the cliff or the rocks there, and they regulated the flow of the water. It was really quite a.
It looks like it was almost a volcano at one time, maybe?
Maybe it was at one
Maybe,
time.
I don't know.
That's fishy.
Now this is an old. See, can you see the house way in the back there, under the cliff? See the cobblestones and with a little hole for a door?
Oh, yeah.
This was, apparently somebody lived there, and this was on the edge of this hole. And we took this picture.
And here's who lived there.
Oh, this was, where was that? This was out at, when Bob and Lois had us.
Turn that up and get it a little better.
Huh?
See if you turn it up, you can get the.
That's
That's Dave and Bob.
B. Cooley. That is B. Cooley, and
That's Beck.
and this was out at the ranch, Templeton, when
Oh, that's right. When they had
Thanksgiving or Christmas up there for.
right after Bob died.
Yes. Oh boy.
That one looks like she passed away too.
Yeah, she did. Oh, and this is the day. This is the day that Cal died, Carl.
Was it?
This is the day, and that little dog sitting in the front there died that night. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
This is Lee and Dawn.
Oh, that's Strickland.
Yeah, that's Strickland.
Okay.
That was your. Got your wires crossed.
That is Lee sitting right there beside me on the ground.
Yeah, it is. That's what I said. You got to. Yeah. Right.
Well, who is that
Yeah.
homely-looking couple?
Oh, come on. That your mother is the most. You should be so lucky that you're her age when you're that old.
Somehow that came out just right.
Oh, brother. Well, you're forgiven. I'll get even with
I was
you.
trying to be nice. Oh, this is
That's Bob Munson's grave.
yeah.
Yeah. Sure is.
Put it in the camera. Put it in the. Hey. Tell her.
I said it's Bob Munson's grave.
We were going to send that to Lois.
We never did. No. That isn't picking it up very good on the videotape.
That's picking it up good.
Oh, that's Joanne. Isn't that sweet? Oh, look at here, Joanne.
One time she was eating.
That was Annie
We better
Tink's
take-
buggy.
We better take a picture of that because she isn't eating.
Oh, there, I'm almost hid behind the apple tree.
By the apple blossom.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got one of them branches up his nose.
You're gonna have one up yours if you don't shut up.
Oh, aren't those sweet little girls?
Yeah?
Joanne and Mary.
Where the hell is that?
Up at, no, that's at Bob and Cass's up
Oh, yeah.
in Beaverton.
I guess it was, yeah.
You know, that tree was little, because see, that's the apple tree up there on the hill.
Yeah?
Yeah. Rerun. Yep, that's Bob's grave. Oh, now this is a reconstruction of Montezuma's castle, and this was a little model that somebody had created. And
Is that where they got the same Montezuma's Revenge?
Same thing.
I
Boy,
think
if
so.
you had to go when you're up on top, the people down below got your revenge.
Say that again, Father.
No.
But see, now there is Montezuma's castle. It's up under that cliff, and we couldn't get up there. They have that blocked
This
off.
is the real
But
quilt.
this is the real thing, and it was,
Is that your picture?
yes,
Yeah, that's
that
right.
was our picture,
Why wouldn't they let you up there?
Because they were, it was, people were demolishing
You
it.
know, you know how people are.
It was about 90 degrees, and we were on the little trail down below, and they had an area that they had reconstructed, or they kept where people could go and see, we climbed up that ladder and into one of those holes. And because in these holes were where the people dwelled. And they had carved out little little places where they lived in there. And inside those caves, it was just as cool as could be. And I know it was close to 100 outside and on the trail. And inside it was just real nice. No, this isn't. This is
That pheasant hunt.
Daddy's mixed them up. This was a pheasant hunt in 1949. This is more of the Easter. That's up the coast. Down, that's Monterey. That's down
They're all
Southern California. And boy, they are all mixed up.
Look at there, Bill.
Bunch of messes.
Are we?
Oh, yeah, that's the old Jeep.
Yes, Oh, look at here's more snow.
Yeah, who is? Look at it. Tom.
And
Bob.
Bob Munson and Bernie, and there's Bobby Munson and Dell and
Bob.
Bill and
Our Bob and
Uncle Bill and Bob, and who's the baby back there?
maybe they're all haywire,
Look like they are.
And this is Bob and Dell and Bill out in the front yard in Lakeside. And this is more playing in the snow.
Okay, we had movies of this.
Yeah. Oh, look at Dad.
Bill. Yeah. Short.
Yeah.
Take it easy
Are we recording, Bill?
Yeah.
there. Sure.
Okay, that was, oh, look at that. Oh, I like this picture. Out in the back porch at Lakeside with Dad and Bill and Dixie. And I guess that's Dell behind the post
Bob,
there. And Bob and, Stephen must have been in the buggy.
He's always goofing off somewhere.
Oh, and this is a hunting
This
trip.
Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A hunting we will go.
Now this over in Eastern Oregon. over
Yeah,
in the Steens.
in Eastern Oregon at the Steens, I'm told to say.
Yeah.
Oh, this is at Cougar, at the Mackenzie River, out of Eugene, or Oak Ridge. And there are some kids out there on the rocks. You can hardly see them, but they're there.
Now that's...
Oh, this is a Steens. As a matter of fact, I bet this is Man Lake.
It is. Yeah.
Was it this year that when Marie and George,
Yeah.
they were out there?
Yeah.
Where,
They went out there fishing. You're not supposed to fish it.
At Manly?
yeah.
Now it's they drug them out of there like crazy.
And had a great big feed, and then some guy came along and said, well, you know, you're not supposed to keep them. You're supposed to throw them back.
I remember that one time we went out there, we caught that great big
Oh, there were a lot of them. Yeah.
gigantic.
But now you got to throw them back. At least certain times of the year.
There's a
Oh, look at the
George,
fish.
look at the fish.
Yeah.
Little old Kreitzer in the background.
Yeah. That's Stephen, I think, dissecting the fish.
Yeah. Those
Yeah.
are all salmon.
Yeah.
Look at Bob. He said, my God, I've never seen one of those before.
There's up at Finisterre. Oh, this is a ship going out over the bar.
Chip ship.
Oh, here's a one seasick kid
Yeah.
sleeping.
That's a chip ship.
Boy, you were so close to that boat, you couldn't even get it all in one picture.
You were.
Oh my, look at this handsome gentleman. Isn't that sweet?
That's
That,
that's the maid.
and that was at Wycliffe's.
Yeah.
Oh, now this is, where was this? And we were feeding those birds. Oh, that was,
No, that's at an apartment there.
oh yes, but it's still at Lincoln City.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
That's a good shot. See
Yeah.
that red up in the air there?
Yeah.
That seagull is going to get it.
Yes, that seagull is going to get.
Where did you get this stuffed seagull? That's pretty good. You're stringing between two wires.
Yeah.
One time they did put a darn something on a darn line.
Picking that right
Yeah,
out of Mother
it
Can.
sure is. It bit my finger. It's a wonder I didn't get.
Did it get your finger?
Yeah, it sure did.
Those are pretty good pictures.
Yes, those are.
Yeah.
Darn good
You know
pictures.
who's taking them.
Oh boy.
We had to call Marlon Perkins.
Tell him, yeah, you dummy, you don't know how to take pictures, huh?
That's Cass, I guess. Well, this is down on the beach again. Bob with his golf clubs.
Now they're both playing goof.
Yeah.
Now, this is about where,
Oh, this was that that one February day Friday that was so warm. Remember that, Carl?
yeah, this is in the middle of winter.
Yes. And this was one of our honeymoon
Either that or they're
escapades.
freezing their butts off.
Yeah,
You know,
we've had all.
Dummy isn't squinting, grimacing. Yeah. That was remember where that
Uh-huh.
glass shield there? That
Uh-huh.
was apartments there.
Uh-huh. But I can't remember the name of them, Carl. That's where they had the guest book that somebody had written some obscenities in it, and the next year when we went, why, it had been ripped out.
The whole house.
Oh God. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, now look at that. Look at the sun shining on that rock. I wonder where that was taken.
Mexico.
No, that's not Mexico. That's down on those rocks in Lincoln City, I
Yeah.
think. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Boy.
What? Oh, this is Tink and Joan's wedding.
Wedding, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's Johnny's dad there
To the right. Uh-huh.
I'll be darned.
My, weren't they?
Yeah, lovely.
Yes, weren't they lovely people? Yes, indeed. That was in the old church hall.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That was the old church originally.
Yeah. John was a good-looking turkey.
Yes, he
you know.
was. He sure was.
So was your sister.
Yes, she was. She was as thin as a snake.
Yeah. She widened up a little bit though since.
Well, what about yourself, boy?
Not me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about her.
That's Nora.
That was quick.
Yeah. What
That's
happened?
Joe. My gosh, there's
Yeah.
Jolie Blonde.
Yeah.
Huh. And Tink, look at how red her hair is. Oh, and this is on Bailey Hill, and the gremlins are approaching. Oh, and John wants to play darts or something. And that's Nora.
That's a good shot of that.
That really is a good shot of the house, uh-huh. Yeah. Ooh, and look at the snow.
This is where we got trapped that time. Went to bed, and man, it was great. Got up in the morning, and there was 4 inches of snow. And we had to go home.
Yes,
That's
we
a
did.
Cadillac?
That's a Cadillac, uh-huh.
We loaded the whole back end full of bricks.
Bricks, yeah,
remember?
we sure did. To give us traction, yeah.
So when you went over the bank, you really went quick.
That's right. You take care of everything.
My, that was beautiful, though. And it looks like that stupid quince is blooming. Or maybe those were berries on that. Oh, this is Tink's,
Thanks.
Tink's wedding.
Now,
This is Tink's and John's wedding. And Tink and John, I am on the right, then my mother, John, Tink, Babe, my brother Joe, Uncle Ever, Aunt Katie, and Father Vince.
Ah, you're right. You know who's taking the picture.
And this is inside the church, and the Ingmans are sitting right here. There's Elvira and Mrs. Ingman, Valdi, and June. Those are the people right there. Maybe that isn't Elvira next to Mrs. Ingman. I don't know, but I do know Mrs. Ingman is the one with the white
Here
hat.
when she said, I don't know.
boy, it looked like everybody boycotted the services.
No,
No, that was a big church, and
they're all up front.
Yeah.
And all way back.
yeah. I don't know who that was.
Mrs. Wilkins, isn't it?
No, no, I think this was one of Tink's friends that she babysit for. And there is Joe, my brother, to the right, and then the other two are John's brothers.
Yeah.
And this is when the deed was done.
Is that Jackie?
That is Jack, the altar boy, and he's the one that played the guitar at that reunion that we
Dad
had.
had the bad arm.
Uh-huh.
I'll be darned.
Now, his brother just died. That's the Last Supper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that Father Green?
That's Father Green. Sure is.
I'll be darned. Now that's pretty fine photography, I would say.
That's darn good photography.
No lights or no nothing.
That's not so very good. But,
you know who's doing it, goddamn.
yeah.
Nobody else
Oh,
will do it.
this was Father Vince's ordination. And this is the Father Kniff, or Cuniff.
This is a miserable tree.
And his aunts, from the left is Aunt Katie Rudberg. Then the next one is Aunt Lulla Rule. And then on the far right is Aunt Nora Rhodes. And that is my sister and I at the old
The unveiling of the shrew.
the south end of our house. And that's Ellen Christie and Carl. And that must have been about 1951 or 52. That was when we went down and were on the beach at Santa Barbara, and we stopped to visit Sis.
Yeah, very fine person.
Yeah.
Both of them. Tell me if you didn't catch that. Yeah.
There is Aunt Katie and Uncle Ever and Mom. That was taken at Charleston when they lived down in Charleston near the Powells. Oh, this is the Olympic. This is up at Hurricane Ridge. Yes. Gee, that's a beautiful picture. Yes. Were we in the motorhome there? Oh, and look at, there is one of those goats.
Sure we were in the motorhome.
Oh, that's when Dell was with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This one we rented, remember that?
Oh, that's... Gee, Carl, I can remember we were up, this is the rainforest.
Yeah, we rented that, remember Christ?
But I believe that, I really can't tell one time or the other, but it seems to me when we rented it, oh, this is at Long Beach. And there's a big frying pan, and there's Mary standing there in the middle.
Getting ready for breakfast.
Yeah, we're going to fry her. Bob Kreitzer. This is where I took all the pictures and then didn't have anything in the camera, the
We took 48
pictures and on a, yeah.
20,
I goofed up in loading the camera, and we didn't get all the pictures that we wanted.
This is Long Beach, Washington.
Yes,
Right.
And this museum had a lot of old music, big music, Nickelodeons that you'd put a nickel
Very
in.
interesting. Yeah.
Oh, there they are. Oh, and that was at Columbia.
Fort Clatsop, wasn't it?
I don't know, one or the other. Battery Jewels,
Fort
Ord,
That's
Ordnance.
in California.
No, this is up around.
Down in the Columbia.
It's on the Columbia, and I believe this was on the Washington side.
We'll know here in a minute.
This was an old
Indian.
picnic area. And I was trying to think what the name of it was.
Indians there. What the hell?
Not here, Carl. This was.
That was not a long house. It was a short house for long Indians.
Would you like to do the
Short.
talking here?
No.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
I don't know, but let's go by it.
Wasn't that up on?
It was out of North Bend, Washington, Carl, but for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. And the first time we went by, it was named one thing, and then they changed the name of it. So I can't really remember what it was. But I do know that this is where we went back. You guys, the old caretaker took you guys back into the town to pick up beer, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Centennial. Coos Bay Centennial.
Marshfield.
Okay, Marshfield Centennial.
Typical of Coos Bay, going against the arrows.
That's Russo, isn't it?
Yes, uh-huh.
He, one of the astronauts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's about to be launched.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's in Wayne's Color Center, was, or Gebhardt.
Yeah.
Was across the street.
Street, yeah, it sure was. Yeah.
There's that short house again on the Long House Road.
Father trying to build a fire, as I recall, and he never did get it going. More, now this was the Shriners that marched in the parade. Yum. Boy, those are old, now those are Model A's, aren't they? Those.
That one, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's a 29 or a 30, I think.
Oh, and there's Joanne in the cage.
No, it's Sue, isn't it?
That's
Yeah,
Joanne,
Sue.
it looks like.
I think it was Sue.
Oh, maybe it was Sue.
The
Anyway, the
caveman got-
caveman got her.
Yeah. That was Sue. They picked her up and threw her in there.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's, oh, look at, there's Joanne and Mary and Melinda, Becky, and I don't know, somebody sitting right there beside Becky, right here on the left
Sue,
hand.
isn't it?
No, it isn't Sue. Oh, maybe it is Sue. I don't know. Oh, now these are the Steens.
It's
Isn't
when
that
Bob took
beautiful?
Finally got him to take his vehicle.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Look at the snow up in the top of the mountain there,
Yeah.
Carl.
That's when we had a flat tire. Remember Bill going
Yeah.
on the...
That's at Man Lake.
Yeah.
Listen to the damn goats beating their brains out.
Okay.
At Man Lake. Oh, boy.
Getting ready to do a little fishing at Man Lake.
Yeah, who is that? Is Stephen?
Mike.
Well, I'll be darned. That must have been the only time he went with you then.
One of the times, too. Whose was that green rig? Is that the...
Dale's Bronco.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yes,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah. Remember how the wind blew there then, Bill? My God, it blew the canvases, everything away. Wasn't that the time?
Well, I remember when we were there, you and Cass and I. The wind blew all that night, remember? Oh, it just really whistled through there. Oh, and now this is that lake.
Ah,
This
this
is
is
up on
Bend.
top of the,
This
coming
is-
home.
It Bend.
Yeah, up on top of the mountain there, wasn't it?
It Bend.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was on the bend on
No,
top of the mountain.
no, this is that, and I was trying to think of the name of the park, because this is where we stayed too, when we were coming back.
Lookout or something.
Oh, aren't they sweet? Oh, look at that. In their tennis shoes. Gee, oh, this is the land. This is up at the North Fork. See, that's where May and Cal had their trailer under that little shed
That's
there.
the old pump house.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You know? Look at those beautiful...
Yes, those
Women
gloriosas.
flowers,
Yeah,
yeah.
gloriosa daisies, uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, my, and look at the trees over there now, and it's bare. All been logged off. We ought to get another picture of that from about that same place so we can compare it.
Isn't that a nice picture?
That is a nice picture. Yeah, look at all those beautiful trees.
Okay, what was it again?
She received an award. She received the top award for the best poster for reading or something. There was, and she, we went to the Capitol, and she was presented her award by the governor, and then we were all invited out for luncheon at a restaurant.
With the gun.
There is the governor. It was Straub.
Yeah. All right.
He got diselected next time.
Yes, I'll never forget. Dad went up to shake his hand, and Sue was there. Of course, she was going to Willamette, and all she could say was, "Sick. My God, this is sick. Sick, sick. Oh, my God, this is sick." Oh, this is on the Coquille River,
South Fork.
the South Fork of the Coquille, out of Powers.
Remember that park, Bill? Daphne Grove?
No, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
this isn't Daphne Grove, though. This is.
No, this is. What is that?
Well, this is the same South Fork of the Coquille, but it's still quite a ways from Daphne Grove, I think. I don't know what the occasion was there. Oh, that was a waterfall coming down into the South Fork of the Coquille, and it just trickled down the side of that mountain. And there she is receiving her award. And that,
Governor.
yeah. Look at what's left. Oh, isn't that beautiful? But look at it on the videotape, Bill. There's a remnant of something showing through there. See those two, it's like a shadow.
Now, those are the mushrooms growing behind the azaleas.
Well, I don't see that on the other thing there. Gee, but those are pretty. Okay. There's Joanne in the,
Yeah, and the rotundra.
of the state capitol. Oh boy, that's pretty. Doesn't pick up very pretty on the video though, or on the,
Yeah.
and oh, look at the azaleas. No, rhododendrons, yeah. Oh, look at that, doesn't even show red on the, there it is,
On a bed.
yeah.
Those are beautiful flowers.
That's
Well, that's
the
park.
grounds at the
Yeah,
Capitol, in Salem.
Look at the squirrel down there.
Yeah,
They had to finally poison all the squirrels because they were eating the power lines
Oh,
where was that?
in Salem.
Huh,
It should be there.
okay, Bill, that's Mary and Joanne. That's some more waterfalls. Going into the Coquille. More azaleas and rhododendrons. Oh, and this is that group that why those little girls were all gussied up and Joanne was in her knee-highs and looked like a little farm girl. Oh, and this was Uncle Bob's happy birthday. Turn that over, Bill. See that? You don't read the sign right. Turn it back and get it straight. Yeah, happy birthday, Uncle Bob. Remember, we were going down the road and the girls were fixing this sign, and we had picked up crayons at a store, and they were ahead of us in their camper because this is our rig. Yeah, and we finally got to that lake there. Oh, that beautiful spot where that lake is. I can't remember the name of it either. But anyway, then we drug out this banner for our Bob, and that was his birthday. Yeah, well, we're back at the Capitol building again.
With all the squirrels
Yeah.
putting the nuts away.
Yeah. Oh, and now this is at that park out of Bend, and this is when Cass and I and
Got into a big fist fight.
no, we didn't get into a big fist fight. But we went over to the Steens. My, that was a beautiful park, really. Yeah, this is at Joshua Tree National Monument, and this is out of Palm Springs.
That's a real pretty place.
That really is, and this is really, I would like to go there with the Kreitzers if we'd have enough time. This is where the coyotes came around every day about 5 o'clock.
Coyotes.
Yeah,
You could set your watch by them, and they were very scary, but by God, they'd come in.
and there's the Hoffmans and the Ours parked in a nice cozy little spot. When we first got there, the wind, oh
They
my,
had to change that old tube, but
That-
it's all gonna be that way.
oh, there's Ed by one of those stop-a-minute trees, or a Palo Verde or something. Well, now we're at the ocean.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Mike? No.
Mm-mm. That was people that were standing there beside us, Carl.
Oh, yeah.
This is Arizona,
Yeah.
coming into the red rim rocks, or the red rocks.
That's a smoke tree, huh?
I don't know whether that's a smoke tree or a Palo Verde. But look at the ironwood. Oh, this is in that oasis that
Take it easy, Bill. That's neither.
where the hummingbird was.
That was that 29 palms, or what was that?
Well, it was not 29. It was
An oasis.
something like that.
26
We had a hike in about 5
Miles,
miles.
yeah.
wasn't it?
Oh, and that was that beautiful blue plant that was down in that little wash. Ed told me what it was, but I can't remember. This is out, I don't remember exactly, but
Well, look at the sand blowing. It was out there in that.
we're in the desert, There's the oasis again.
That was a long hike in there.
Yeah,
Look at the flowers out there. Nothing.
yeah. Oh, there we are.
Hey, look at that. Look at that, Bill. And that boy protected him behind that big old hot rock.
Yeah.
The goddamn wind would be blowing, and isn't that nice there? Now this, we were planning on going up there.
Now this is near a cattle corral, and there was a dam way out there in the desert. And it was
This is where
full
we
of
hiked,
water. Yeah, remember this is where we hiked in, and this was that wooden trough that was falling apart.
Been there for 100 years.
And it was an old, and this is a reservoir.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Man, they made that years and years ago, Bill. In fact, the only water within 50 miles
Or more.
or 100 miles, yeah.
Mhm.
That's where we camped, see?
Mhm. That plant again. This is where I saw the track of the,
Elizabeth, she got a track in that sand there, or mud, or
I don't see it now. But it was a bird, not rum runner, what?
Road
A road runner.
Rum runner. Yeah, it had to have been a rum runner.
I don't know what went on there. You get
Ooh.
nervous there, Bill.
That's a sunrise. Oh, that was at Coon Hollow, Carl.
That's where we got the ironwood, wasn't it?
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah,
Or was it?
yeah, that's Coon Hollow is where you got the ironwood.
That was a job and a half.
I'll bet you wouldn't be able to do that anymore.
No.
Oh, here's where see the X's in the right there by the shadow of that twig, and the X's. That's what those birds, their feet marks look like. Which later, then I did see one of those road runners, but that's all I had seen then was those. Oh, and this is in Arizona. This is that
Oh, yeah, where we...
Cottonwood Creek, coming down into Sedonia.
And they had a trout fish farm down in there, Bill. And you can't believe the trout that they had corralled up there. Thousands of them.
Now this is
Coon
Coon Hollow, and that is a smoke tree right there that we are looking at.
Now, if you like desert, this was beautiful country. It was.
It really was. It was lovely.
Certain times of the year.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh, now this is the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Gee, I had forgotten we went to the Grand Canyon.
This is the Grand Canyon before the earthquake. This is the Grand Canyon after the earthquake.
I don't know where that is.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Look at the hole in that rock. That big old rock teetering up there with that blue sky shining through. Gosh.
Oh, boy.
Whether you like nice pictures or not, that is the apple. I'm going to hit you with it. Oh, look at.
Taking them too.
Yes, that is that sumac in back that was so bright. Oh, and these are my daisies. Oh, this is, yes, I will have to remember this. These.
The land, eh?
No, these were the